Hey, I have another little tool project I want to build, and this is one of those common bearing splitters. So in general, it's about wheel bearings, and usually you can use a slide hammer to get the hub off. I mean, this one's here is just a whole assembly, but I just took this from our junk pile to get roughly some dimensions and stuff, you know. But the other ones where you can change the bearing and pull the hub off, it's kind of the same dimensions anyway, so I'm gonna build this a little bit flexible. But the general idea is not to use slide hammer anymore, because sometimes they come out easy, otherwise you're fighting them. You could actually buy from OTC that hub Grappler. I read up on it and watched a couple of YouTube videos. Seems to be a good tool. But then people say, you know, after 45 times of use, the coupling nut goes bad. So some time ago I built me something like this. The cylinder is $100 or $90. That pump is, I think, $100 I paid. And then I bought me a strong hardened rod, you know, I think it's like M20-ish, something like that. And basically what I do with this is like, I have also a set for the bearings, you know, the sleeves and all that stuff, but I don't have it here, I have it at the shop. But basically what I do with this is like pushing in and out bearings. And that works actually pretty good. You know, don't need to go to the press. A lot of times I can leave the whole assembly on the car. But the hubs, sometimes they give me a hard time. So I basically come up with something basically kind of similar to that hub Grappler, but with my hydraulic ram. Because at this point I have this tool out anyway. And I'm gonna use one of those. Let me explain. Then I bought a couple of coupling nuts. I'm gonna weld them on here. You know. Of course this thing comes with those so that you can keep that together. That's gonna prevent it from spreading out, which I don't even think it's gonna do with this big of a surface, just by the hubs are really not that tight. I think you could technically get them out with like 5 tons of force, easy. That slide hammer, I have a pretty big slide hammer, but my back is like not that good. I don't want to ruin it by, you know, hammering all the time like a maniac on that. So anyway, I'm going to weld this on here. And the rod I got to cut, but it's going to get basically up here. So I can basically disassemble that. Then I have some 2-inch, very kind of thick-walled pipe here. I have a small piece somewhere here. It's basically this pipe here. I'm going to use this pipe. It's 2-inch by 1-inch, thick wall. That's going to be fine, hopefully. Otherwise I can reinforce that, but... So anyway, this goes then here across with a hole to put this rod through. And this rod is going to go through here into the back with a washer. And then this is going to push against the axle assembly, you know, and basically works the same like the hub Grappler, and then it's gonna pull that hub out of there. As soon as I expand the cylinder, pulls it out. That's the plan, and I take you along. Okay, welded those on here. Oh, still hot, and we go from there. Okay, I made a little bit I had a really hard time getting this 20mm hole in here with my with this machine. Oh gosh, my step drill was pretty much done after the first hole, but I had to drill from, you know, kind of both sides. So I used, gladly I got this plasma cutter, so I just cut the other side hole. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's good enough. And then you know, grind it a little bit and done with it. So those two flanges here, I have a feeling that this pipe will bend. You know, I mean, it's pretty big pipe, but I don't know. Usually you don't really need that much force to pull a hub, but just in case. And I had only stainless steel sitting around. It's kind of a waste, really. But for, you know, my little projects here, I use mostly stainless steel. I gotta get me some cheap metal, regular steel for stuff like that. Anyway, so now I gotta basically build two sleeves. So they slide over here. I have a little extra room. The sleeves I'm gonna build probably out of the same material like this flat material here, and probably I'm gonna put a nut on it so I can tie it up. I'm not sure about that yet, but I probably will. I keep you updated. The sleeves are done. I basically have just a little play. So I'm not gonna put anything there to, no nut, no screw. That's really not needed. I mean, it's gonna be tied up in the bottom to prevent spreading, and this is not gonna be able to spread here. That's too tight. That's gonna be fine. Alright guys, I'm done. That's my setup. Well, usually it's of course in the car, and this is not optimal situation because those hoops are not supposedly for, like, they just bolted on. You're supposed to not even press them out. But I think we can do it anyway. We push against here. See that? And the nut, I think, should go through anyway. And let's see. Here you go. And there goes your hub.